just had a call from Paul. He's down his local Syndicate lake, and he's been lucky enough to have a nice fish out. I won't tell you too much about that because I'll show you the photos in a minute. But he's had a nice fish out, and he's also followed that up with another little one today. Well, I say little, 20 pounder, but I'll show you the other one later. So we're going to go down there, see what rig he caught it on, have a look at the spot he caught it on, and also have a look at the tactics he used. So when we get down there, hopefully he'll share that with us, or he could be one of those anglers who don't like to give away information, but we'll find out when we get down there. Right, I've got down to Paul Syndicate now, like I told you, and he's had a bit of luck. Last night he managed to hook a 36-15 ghost carp, which is, you know, some fish. In my hand here I've got the weapon that caused the destruction. He's also had another one today, 21 pounder, off of the same rig, same spot. So I'm going to go over to Paul now, and I'm going to find out exactly how he did this piece of weaponry. What was the material you were using?
That was an N-Trap soft 15 pound hook length from Calder.
N-Trap soft 15 pound hook length from Calder. We've got a ring here, and that just I believe, from my knowledge, that's so you can change it over the rig and also put PVA on if you want, without damaging the knots and stuff like that.
Just a quick change link.
So it makes things a lot easier. Down here, I know what that is. That's a bit of putty. I'm guessing that's to keep the old pop-up down. Better than using weights, and you know, they weaken the line, whereas the putty, it's not going to weaken the line at all. One more thing I'll ask you about is this little bit of tubing here. Why have you used that?
A small little bit of kicker, just so when a fish picks up the hook bait, it just flip and holds, gets right into the bottom lip very quickly.
So it makes an aggressive angle.
Yeah, just an aggressive angle for the hook.
And if I come here now, these are, I believe, Nash teardrops. I know you got a ring on there for your bait. What have you got them on there for, Paul?
Basically, the bottom one is to stop the hook, the bait from sliding back too far. The front one's just to hold the rig ring in place, just so that it makes the point of the hook a lot heavier than the eye of the hook. Just so when a fish picks up, the hook's always facing down into the bottom lip.
So if I pick this up now, so what you're saying is there'd be quite an aggressive angle. So if I was to pull it on my hand,
just flip and hold straight away.
It would want to turn.
And then just attach 3 pop-up sweet corn. Dips in the famous caviar and cranberry Carp company dip.
Right. So that's the rig. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at the hotspot, and we're going to have a look at the baiting tactics that he's been using to have the results that he's been having on this 38 acres lake. And if I tell you it's not easy, a fish hadn't been out of here in a good 4 or 5 weeks. So for Paul to come down here and have 2, you know, that's a great result. And obviously this is a killer rig. So we'll have a look at his other approach to baiting and the spots he's on. I believe that a big part to his success today is he's been baiting this spot for a good 3-4 weeks now, and I think the fish have just got used to finding bait here, and now they've started to come in. And the stuff he's been baiting it with, well, take a look at that. I mean, that has got carp written all over it. So Paul, what have you been putting in there, mate? I'm going to have a look at it down there now.
Pretty much, basically, that's just a seed mix that I bought from a local pet shop, formerly known as Red Band. It's just a good mix of all types of bird feed.
Did you have to prepare that in any sense? Because it can be quite dangerous for fish if this stuff isn't prepared properly, can't it?
It can be, yeah. Basically, just soak it for over 24 hours, give it a good boil over in the saucepan on the cooker if the missus don't mind. Does smell a little bit, but good boil for 20 minutes. Empty the whole lot into a bucket, put the lid on, it sort of steams it as well, so it always turns out pretty well.
My number one tip with this would be, if you don't know really what you're doing or how to cook it, you can buy, a lot of places sell it already made. You know, you don't want to get this wrong, because at the end of the day, last thing you want to do is put something out there that can harm the fish. So Paul's been doing this for a few years, knows this stuff is alright, and this ain't going to harm the fish. But if you know, it's pretty simple, to be honest with you. But if you're not confident doing it, drop us a message and I can talk you through it, or, you know, tell you what to do to create this sludge. But another thing that's really important, make sure you don't cook it when the girlfriend's in the house, because she ain't gonna like the smell. Alright, so we'll just look at his baiting tactics and we'll go from there.